Taylor, 30, based out of Oklahoma City. This is Financial Audit.
What do you do in Oklahoma City for a living?
I'm getting into the cannabis industry.
Really?
Yeah.
Classic, in Oklahoma?
Right? Yeah. Oh, it's a bit, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Huge up there.
I know it's a pretty conservative state. They're like pro cannabis?
Yeah. They legalized it
They did.
like 3 years ago, medical. So it's popping off there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. So you're getting into the industry. What does that mean?
So it's kind of hard because it's a lot of you have to know people. And actually this past weekend I met a grower that needs trimmers. So just however you can get your foot in through the door. I was looking on Indeed, but there's so many, the market's oversaturated. Everyone wants a job at the dispensaries and stuff. So
when you mean getting into, you're not in yet?
No, not yet.
Oh, what do you want to do?
That's what I moved to Oklahoma for that. Specifically from Austin, and yeah,
welcome back.
Yeah, here, revisiting a little bit. I went to California and tried to do it out there from Austin, but I realized the cost of living was just not going to be feasible, and it was either Colorado or Oklahoma because cost of living. So,
interesting. I did not picture Oklahoma, but that's just my ignorance to the industry. So that's very interesting. What do you do now?
I just get VA disability. That's how I'm supporting myself.
Oh, wow. How much does that bring in on a monthly basis?
$32 a month.
Is that enough to live on in Oklahoma City?
Absolutely. I got a house. I got a brand new truck. I got a Harley.
Okay.
I'm just not.
Well, all that could be good or bad depending on the situation.
It's not the best debt, but I have, after all my bills are covered, I have roughly $1,300 left over.
Oh, okay. So Oklahoma City, relatively cheap.
Yeah. I got a 3-bedroom, 2-house for my mortgage is $10.25 a month.
Oh, that's incredible. What's the purchase price of that?
$140.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds like a down payment in Austin, but okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's incredible.
You use the VA home loan for that too.
So that's what you see. Oh yeah, that's what you see hit your account on a monthly basis is $38.32.
And then right now my parents are living with me, so they contribute $200 a week, and then my mom gets Social Security, so that they give me half of that, which is roughly $500.
Whoa.
So $1,300 extra.
Whoa, why?
Just because they're not in a position to rent their own apartment because of things that they've done in the past. So it's just it helps everyone out, gives them a place to stay, and I'm
curious why the situation around you charging them versus helping to have a situation where they put all that money aside and then get their own place. Oh, and don't forget the subscribers. We're really trying to get to 500,000 subscribers, and every subscriber helps. Thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed so far.
I told them don't pay me anything, and then they're they want to pay their share.
Okay.
Essentially what I'm doing is that's why I just asked for $200 a week, because it's I don't want, he gets paid weekly, and even now he doesn't have a job, so that I don't count that into the bills. My bills with the mortgage and all my high stuff comes out to $32 a month.
Well, that's
then
most of your
yeah.
Well,
and it's just food and gas.
Well, I'm not going to dive deep into them at all because it's not their story; it's your story. But just for extra context, what are their ages? Get best guess.
Close to 60. Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you want them living with you forever?
No.
Okay, so maybe it might be time to reject that money so they are able to get their own footing.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was doing, because I had a little bit saved up until a gas bill came. I had to pay over almost $1,000 to gas, but my goal was to kind of set money aside to help them with that, so they could have their own place.
And of course, I'm coming in to that conversation knowing pretty much nothing so far. So that's just my instant.
Before they moved with me, they were in a hotel for 2 months.
Well, I'm glad you're being the supportive.
Yeah,
side.
and then they got, they lost that opportunity, so that's why they, from South Carolina to Oklahoma. So
from beaches to flat.
Yep.
All right. So before we dive into your overall financial situation, I want to hear from your perspective, as honest as you can be. What is your personal finance situation?
It's not that good. Like,
Okay.
I have a good amount of money coming in. I really can manage everything, but like the reason I got the Harley payment and the truck payment, and then like now my mortgage payment is like I felt like I was spending that money and I didn't have a place to put it, and I was like just slowly letting it go every single day, like $50 a day or $30 a day on just whatever. And now I kind of feel like I'm putting it into something that I can actually see, and like, a house. And like, I bought a brand new truck that I expect to last me 10 years because I got it with 18 miles on it. So like, little.
But Dad, right?
And yeah, I kind of regret it, but then at the same time, I do look at it as like it's gonna last me. And
Okay. Well, we'll look into that.
yeah, you're not gonna like the interest rate.
Can you lean in just a little bit?
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, okay. Before we do that, I also want to know about your service history, because you're getting benefits on a monthly basis. Then obviously you took advantage of the VA loan. What was that?
I was in the Marine Corps, and I was a truck driver.
Very cool. Where were you stationed?
Okinawa, Camp Kinser.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Spent my whole time over there, and then had some situation happen with the staff sergeant, and then that and helped me, or not helped, but that's the reason I'm on my disability right now.
What happened?
Well, I got assaulted by him.
Oh, wow.
He picked me up by my throat, and it took two guys to pull him off of me because I was late, like 3 minutes to base.
Dude, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and then I was like holding on to that, didn't really go to the VA because I'm so young. I don't look like anything happened. And when I was living in Austin, I actually got robbed at gunpoint.
Jeez.
And like the dude was the same race, so it like sparked a whole bunch of like PTSD towards like.
Oh, as the officer?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or no, he was my staff sergeant, but yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, yeah, you're good. A higher rank guy. So yeah, those two things kind of like led me to being like in the psych ward like 4 times, and like it just like I crumbled pretty much, and I wasn't taking care of myself. Like I was 30 pounds heavier than I am now, and it's hard to focus on when when you got to make a living and stuff. And so now I'm able to like put my health first, and like sleep's important. Like that's something I was being a truck driver. The last job I had was a fuel hauler around here. I would go and deliver at HEB and stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, that was my service.
How long ago was not the service, but the recovery through that and the stints in the psych ward?
That was like 2018, 2019.
Okay.
And then that's part of the reason why I divorced my ex-wife, because she wasn't supportive. She like, while I was in that, she said, if you were the way you are right now when I married you, I would have never married you.
Jeez.
And I'm in the psych ward, and she's saying this, and it's just like, all right. So
Dude, you've been through it.
yeah. So it was just me and this little dog. I took him to California and made a new life.
What's the pup's name?
Lulu.
Oh,
Louie.
Louie.
Yeah.
I'm a big dog fan. Love it.
Yeah, he's my number one man.
Oh man. Okay. That's definitely probably more of a traumatic experience than we've had on this show. And I'm very sorry that you've been through all that.
And I feel like that has a lot to do with the finances. Sure. It comes through. Like,
sure. So. Well, let's take a dive, shall we?
Let's do it.
We have Navy Federal Checking and Navy Federal Small. We'll start with the checking and what that looks like. So previous balance, $1,789. Any balance, $1,437. $5,348 came in. And I'm assuming that's all coming from the disability and then also from your parents.
Yes.
Pretty much. There's nothing else comes in besides those?
No.
Okay. Where is this going? We have Amazon purchases and PetSmart for the pup.
Yeah, they're expensive.
Zelled out. No, that's Zell money coming in. Okay. Yeah, and that makes sense from what we talked about. It's mostly just general spending and paying off credit cards. Really nothing crazy here.
The checking's really just I hold the money and then I pay the credit cards off. I'm getting out of the credit card habit, though. I fell into that a little bit. So now I've been using my debit card more.
What did you fall into? Just
Overspending. Like I had a certain amount. I was like, I'm not going to spend over X amount, and would always be like, oh yeah, I'm hungry.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. So really nothing crazy here. Just seeing where bills are going to. Mm-hmm. Navy Federal Small. Oh, this is that's a credit card.
So yeah, there's 3 credit cards.
I see what you named it as, small and big.
Yeah,
okay.
the big one's this that.
March 2023.
That one
okay,
hurts.
That's also a card. I want to just before we get into the cards, yeah, savings anywhere.
No savings. No savings, but no student loans.
Okay, but no emergency fund.
No emergency fund.
You do get the disability, and forgive my ignorance on it. I personally don't know, but is that just indefinite until death? Or,
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, tax free.
Adjusted for inflation? Here and there?
Yes, they. It used to be 35 something until this past year.
Okay.
And then they increased it goes up with Social Security.
So it kind of works as an emergency fund. I don't know if everyone would agree with saying it as that, but
that's what I
kind of works.
I don't know, because that's technically like if I was getting, if I had a residual money coming every month.
I think you can kind of subsidize, but we'll break in and see how things are looking.
Okay.
Because that wouldn't cover a large thing. If it was just a monthly
but that's
basis.
why I picked Oklahoma for.
That's true.
Cheap living and.
That's true. Okay, so let's take a look at the debt because there's nowhere else to go but debt, right?
Just debt.
Okay, well, let's see. All right, well, Navy, Federal, we're looking at a balance of $1,449 at the time of this statement. But what I don't like is you're trying to get out of debt, right? We're trying to get out of debt. You paid $25 for it. I mean, okay, so we're doing a minimum monthly payment. But why are we doing $253 of new spending? What's the purpose of that if we're trying to get out of debt?
I ran out on other credit, and that was the last resort.
Yeah. Well, everything else has been maxed out?
No, it was getting too close for comfort. Like the Navy Fed big, yeah, that's super close to max out. None of them are maxed out. I just don't like the balances on them. So I spend depending on how much percentage of use it is, because I know and then my credit went down 60 points this past month because of the usage, because it finally all hit.
It's because I am very sympathetic of which I am of your past, and respect you in different ways for what you've done. I'm still gonna yell at you.
Oh, I was nervous
for making the dumbs.
Ask her. I was super nervous.
Oh, don't be nervous. No, I'm lovable. Yeah. I'm just a Panda Express boy over here. That's all. Let's see what the interest rate is on this, because you lose $20 on interest.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like gas and a crumble thing and Little Caesars. Do we need to be doing Great Wall and looks like a addiction of some kind? Do we need to be doing that when we're maxed out on different things and
that
burgers?
Yeah.
Tisk. CBS Interactive. Why do we care about CBS out of all things that exist, and then a Microsoft subscription? 18%. Honestly, compared to where interest rates are right now, it's halfway okay, but that doesn't mean 18% is absolutely terrible, but it's not 30.
Yeah.
I can't believe it, and I even just said that, but okay. So we have this. What scares me is that's the small one.
Yeah.
Navy Federal Large, as it's called. Oh, yeah, there it is. $5,241.52. That is a thick boy with a minimum monthly payment of
94.
105.
105 this month. Okay.
With $74.08 of interest being lost. You're trying to break into an industry, and I love that for you, but we're trying to do all this while we're also having all this debt, and we're just, I can immediately tell that I wish you were just bringing in more money instead of trying to break into an industry while we're trying to get out of the disaster, and then we do the risk of trying to get into why are we spending on here? What's the purpose? I'm confused. Because you're spending on the other one? Yes, you spent on this one. $561.75.
Oh, it's because my car insurance is linked to that one. I have to take that one off.
Paying through our car insurance through debt, and then also a pest thing, and another Microsoft subscription, and your ATD security is through here.
I gotta change.
So we're
those.
debting it all.
I would
18% interest.
I would budget those and put them over though, but I just do a little more spending this month.
State Farm insurance is your car insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we may as well notate that now.
And it's actually gone down. Like this next month, it's going to be 303, not the 392 or 390 something.
In the ADT, that's on a monthly basis.
Yes.
Is it the spooky area? You feel you need that versus like Nest Cam?
I mean, I got the system for free, so that's kind of
important.
why.
So I'm gonna but is it because $63 a month?
Yeah, technically not, because I'm paying that.
All right. Let's see. Okay, Capital One. And the only reason I'm excited is because, I mean, we're looking at
I keep up with those.
$336.90. What do you mean you keep up with those?
Like, those are the ones I pay, because they're the smallest balance, so it's easiest to pay off.
Oh, you pay this off every month?
Yes. Well, I have 3 of them, so some of them don't get paid off.
Well, you didn't have any interest charged, but we were spending $336 here when we're trying to get out of debt. We're going to a Mexican restaurant in Tinker, in China House. Some experience and credit report you paid for.
How much was that?
$24.99 instead of just getting your free credit, which you can get annually, or just credit
I think
card.
I use Experian, so that might have been. I don't know why.
Well, it costed $25 and Red Coyote running and a Spotify subscription. Another Experian credit report. What is this? $25. So it's $50 on a monthly basis.
That shouldn't be there. I'm going to look into that.
Yeah, look into that. Because I don't know what that is.
I shouldn't have.
But you're spending this money while we're trying to get out of those other debts. Now we have another Capital One. This is a Walmart card, great. But no, there is interest charged on this one. $12.39 of interest.
Yeah.
Why? You pretty much paid off the balance. What's happening?
It might have been like one of the times when I paid another one off fully, and that one had a little bit.
If you're not able to fully pay off a balance on a card, no more spending on it. I would, in fact, chop it up because you've demonstrated that you're not a credit card person, and that's fine. But pay it off. I don't fully get it. And Veterans Canteen, Taco Bell, gas. Okay, I understand gas. And then McDonald's and Supercuts, Arby's, McDonald's, Supercuts. Okay, fine, because it's relatively cheap as far as haircuts go. $35 actually. No, go to Great Clips if you're gonna.
I tipped her 20 though. That was.
Okay, Tinker.
That's why I don't go to sit down restaurants, because I always over tip.
No, you don't go to any restaurants.
That's the, what is it? I rationalize fast food like that.
No.
Yeah, I know.
Little Caesars.
That's some cheap pizza.
Yeah, but it's money you don't have, dude. It's literally money you do not have.
Yeah.
Because you're getting charged interest on here. It doesn't make sense at 30%. Pay this off. I'm not going to put this on your overall debt because you did pay off the previous month, but there's interest. I'm confused. This isn't good, to be clear.
Yeah.
But I'm a little bit confused. And then there's a Capital One Quicksilver. Nothing happened here. Actually, no. You paid off a balance, but there was $52 purchases. So we're continuing going and purchasing on things. What did you do? What is this Tinker Mini thing?
Tinker is on base. So it's either gas or it's like...
Why are you still on base?
No, I just go on base. They have a grocery store that, like, you have to have a certain, like, it's like tax-free. You can't go there unless you have
No, you're still spending so much freaking money. What's the Tinker store?
Well, it can either be gas on base, it can be the commissary, which is a grocery store, or like their PX, which is like their department stores. So like you can get like clothing and towels and home good stuff there. So
then we have Military Star. Is this a credit card?
Yeah, it's a credit card just for on base. Can't use it anywhere else.
Oh, we already know you love to spend money on base.
Yeah, it's maxed out.
This is maxed out?
Yeah, it's $1,500 limit. It's like 14 something.
Yeah, it's at $1,438.92. Jeez, dude.
Yeah.
Okay. With again, You did $20 of payments, but we did $77.54 of purchases. Why, dude?
That was gas. I was
cool.
Yeah.
But why are we doing it on a card that you're trying to pay off?
It was like I'm already at the end of a lot, and the military star I get discounted like 15 cents per gallon if I use their credit card on fuel. So I was like, why not? Like I'm already in a pickle right now.
That's for sure.
That's how I'm feeling. I'm just
$16 of interest.
Just wasting money.
Yeah, you're saving this lovely few cents on gas, but you're losing 14.74% in interest. Do you think that mathematically works in the end? I'm not sure.
No.
I'm not sure.
That's how I rationalized credit cards to begin with.
This Discover card.
That was electricity. It was electricity for my new house. I had to pay
what, your new purchase?
$6,200 in electricity when I first moved in.
That's not what I was even dying about. The thing I'm dying about.
Oh, the interest rate?
No, the balance of $4,634. $4,634.64. My dude, it's just it ballooned. It just doubled. It's almost doubled where we're at right now. The $92 purchase. Then we did the electric for $156.13. No interest charge, so it's interest free right now.
For I think like 14 more months or 13 more months.
That'll come before you know it, dude.
I'm not. Quick. Yeah, I'm not.
The $93 minimum purchase. Minimum monthly payment. Then yes, it was. But then what's also Blue Crew? Because you went there. Medical services. Blue Chew.
Yeah.
Okay.
Extracurricular. Keep me sane.
Oh, huh?
No. For their like penis pills. Blue Chew.
Oh.
You heard it's on like Instagram and stuff. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that one was over me.
Yeah.
Okay.
They target added me, I guess.
You said you have debts on these things, these cars, right?
A car or a truck rather.
What's the truck?
2022 Ram 1500. Yeah.
A true American.
Oh yeah. Southerner.
It is America's favorite thing to go get into car debt. So, woo. What is the minimum monthly pay? What's the debt amount on it?
I'll just pull it up.
No, that's your payment?
Yeah.
Buddy, it's a fourth of your freaking, it's more than a fourth of your freaking take-home pay.
Yeah.
Going to a single one of the things you have to drive? When did you get this? When did you possibly get this?
Like 2 months or 2 weeks after I got my house.
When was that?
November.
How'd you think this was a good idea? Who in the world how'd you think this was a good idea? $51,536.14 of debt.
So like I said before, I'm looking to have this car for the next 10 years. So that's kind of why I rationalized it. It doesn't make financial sense at all. I know it doesn't. But before I drove this car, I had a 2015 smart car, and I just didn't.
Great, good guess.
Yeah. No, but
probably would have lasted a while.
$300 for a tire change. So it was like because it's just high maintenance cost on them. And how
does $300 for a tire change every now and then equate to going into $1,126 of debt on a monthly basis, of which $700 of it is going to interest currently?
Yeah. It doesn't.
It doesn't.
Foolish.
What is the interest rate on this?
Way too high, like 15, and I want to refinance. I just need to wait for my credit to increase because now it's too low and I wouldn't do any good.
Yeah, I can't see the interest rate, but it's like 15%.
Yeah.
Anywhere around there is absolutely disgusting. So whether it's +1, -1, doesn't matter, honestly, at this point. All right. You said you have another thing?
Yeah.
A bike? A motorcycle?
Harley.
What year, Harley?
2019.
2019 Harley what?
883. Iron 883, but yeah, 883.
we still have a total debt amount on a toy of $10,000. When'd you get this?
I got that like
Death, absolute death.
May or June.
Okay. Of last year?
I've had this for a minute.
$259.68 minimum monthly payment.
And the interest is a little high on that, but then same thing. Like I got the house.
What's your interest?
I think it's like 12. I know it's over 10 though. That's why. Yeah. Anything higher than 10 is.
What's the loan length for this? I cannot see.
It should be.
How many months?
I think 72. I'm pretty sure.
Toy. And what's the loan length on the truck?
Same.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude. It's brutal. And this is probably like $200 towards the debt. Jeez. Is there any other? Yeah, there is. There's a mortgage.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's lower than my truck payment.
Of course. Because cars are more important than a place to live in.
But I don't have to pay property tax and.
Really? Because you're a veteran?
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that was a benefit.
Yeah, my disability status. Oklahoma
You should
specifically.
have got a place here then, because property taxes are pretty much the death. And
Really?
You would have saved so much money.
Yeah, I just saved like $700 because they sent me the bill for it.
So your mortgage amount is $30,000 higher than your average property value in your neighborhood. Not that that necessarily means the value of your house, but
Yeah, the house, like, it's increased significantly from when so the lady bought it in like 2015 for like 70 grand or like 74, and then everything's in that neighborhood just gone up, and it's because I'm less than 10 minutes from Tinker Air Force Base. So it's like an older person neighborhood that they're starting to renovate, and I might have overpaid on the house, but at the same time, when I closed on it, I didn't have to pay any money, and I actually got a check back for like $1,200 because I put $1,400 on earnest money.
gotcha. Interest?
Like 6.75.
Not thrilling.
Yeah.
6.75.
I kind of rushed into this because I wanted to snatch a good, like a decent interest rate.
Yeah, of course.
With
The
my
vast majority
credit.
that you're paying right now is interest because you're at the beginning of the loan.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any more debt, dude?
No,
All right.
that's it. I know it's like $215,000 in debt.
All right. You're basically losing in interest with all your debts on a monthly basis somewhere around $1,900 in interest on a monthly basis across everything.
I'd like to have that in my pocket.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice?
So that's like
Big heavy hitters there are vehicles, and then also the mortgage, obviously.
okay.
Now, when I add up your bad debts, I am not going to include the mortgage. You have $74,671 of bad debt. Bad debt. Like legitimately terrible debt. And then you have the mortgage on top of that, which the interest rate is not the worst. It's not the best.
Yeah, it's an uncomfortably high number. It makes me disappointed in myself.
Of course, that's compared to $45,984 you get from the VA on a yearly basis. So your bad debt is like $25,000 higher. Isn't that insane?
It's that truck. I know.
It is that truck.
The main culprit.
Probably gonna have to sell that truck.
It's been in the back of my mind, but it's like
Why haven't you pulled the trigger?
because I had to put money from the upside down vehicle that I had before onto it, so I know it's upside down, so I wouldn't get what I would have paid for it. Because that truck's probably worth like 45, so I'd probably lose $6 grand right off the bat.
I think that's going to be worth it in the long run with this interest rate and how long it's going to take, and then 70. Yeah, no. Mm-mm. But let's do the math. Your minimum monthly debt payments are $2,677. So you only have $1,000 left over on your minimum monthly debt payments.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane, dude. Agreed?
Absolutely, yeah.
Minimum monthly debt is 70%. 70% of your take home. Not including what you get from your parents, because,
Yeah, I don't count.
I wouldn't count that.
And that's stopping too. So
Yeah, exactly.
They're moving.
Officially?
within the next 4 months. I just don't have a... Yeah.
You can use it as bonus right now if that continues, which I wouldn't even continue it to try to get them on their own feet. But if you do, use that as bonus to get towards things pretty quickly.
Yeah, partially a good portion of the amount that they're giving me is supposed to be paying back the $6,200 from the electric that I had to pay. Because, I mean, they saw me move in and like, oh, we want to help. And I was like, y'all don't have to do that. And then they wanted to. They're my parents. And they're living there.
Yeah. So you think your truck is worth like 42 or what?
Maybe.
What do you think? What are you seeing?
I don't...
I'm seeing it all the way up to like 44. So it depends, like, obviously, like the model you got and stuff like that. What do you...
It's the classic tradesman. So honestly, I don't even think it's worth 45. It might be 40.
Can you get around on your motorcycle?
Yeah, it's just weather permitting, and then you can't hold a lot of stuff. You know, like if I had to go grocery shopping.
You could hold a decent amount though, right? You get a bag,
and then,
a couple bags.
She has a car too, and she's about to...
Your mom? Is that your mom?
No, it's my girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you good.
Do you live with your girlfriend? Girlfriend live with you?
She's about to move in with me. Yeah. We're just setting it all up right now.
Okay, so there's a car. So
yeah,
I would rather you be... Okay, so this makes sense. Before we get into your budget and stuff like that, the first thing I would do, leaving here, I see your credit score is like 680, something like that.
That's like without all the credit utilization.
You have Credit Karma on your phone?
No, but I use Experian.
Can you pull it up?
Yeah.
664 a.m. I'd love you to get to that like 670. I think that pushes to a next level, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it's 675.
675?
Yeah.
So what I would like you to do... This is going to suck. But do you want to get your together? And are you willing to actually sacrifice to do it?
I think that means the truck's gone.
Well, that's a start of it.
Yeah.
But your delay makes me nervous.
Yeah. I mean, it's not what I want to do, but it's like the best.
No, of course not.
It's the...
But, like, are you going to be an adult?
Yeah.
And take care of your life?
I mean, I'm 30, so I...
Yeah, it's usually a good thing to... Okay, so you sell your car, probably private market. Oklahoma should be a lot of cowboy hat people ready to get in a Ford F-150 2022.
Well, Ram, not Ford. That's fighting words.
Listen, I don't know.
Just kidding.
I don't know these things. I don't even know what they're taking up space on the streets that should be dedicated to humans, but that's my opinion. Either way, sell it highest you can, private sale. Feel free to check out CarMax. You're not going to get anything good for them, but feel free. If you can sell it, boom, you get it. Borrow as a personal loan, like what is necessary at probably not a great interest rate, but what is necessary to pay off that truck debt in total. Because this, at like 15%, where'd that number go?
The big old 700.
Well, that's $700 in interest you're losing, but it's $1,126 a month gone. Then it's a fourth of your income.
Yeah.
Of $51,536. That's so much money. 15% for 72 months. It makes no sense. Where if you have to borrow $10,000-$15,000, that's such a subtraction in debt, and that's incredible. Mm-hmm. I need to know before we put together a plan. That's just step number one to even come close to improving things. Will you do that?
I really don't need to drive. I got the truck because I wanted a new vehicle, and I got the taste for it, and now it's...
Is that a yes then?
Yeah, that's a yes.
Okay. Yeah. So we can swap this when we start our plans of attacking this from $51,000 to about $15,000. But you have to agree to doing that, and you have to do that for this to work.
Yeah, I'll just ride the Harley.
Okay, so you're doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So we now have $15,000, and we're going to call it $500 a month. Cool. So this immediately decreases your minimum monthly payments by $500. So this will bring it down to $2,100 a month. Just about. Now, those are your minimum monthly payments, including mortgage. Then we have $303 for car insurance going forward, $64 for your security. I'm going to give you $300 on groceries. $300 for groceries. Now, with the VA and stuff like that, do you have any ongoing medical expenses that you worry about on a monthly basis?
No, they take care of me pretty well.
Okay.
I don't pay for anything medically.
Giving you $100 for like toilet paper and all that crap to keep the house in order.
Okay.
$200 for groceries. Good. Yeah, and you got to pay for gas for the motorcycle and likely give gas money to your girlfriend to help out because you're probably going to, borrow the car here and there for grocery runs. Things where you need an interior.
Well, she works at a grocery store, so it's just...
Well, I'm just assuming. What do you think you're going to put in gas with a little bit of help there and then also for your motorcycle on a monthly basis to get around? What do you think?
I'd probably say about $200 a month, max.
Okay. You have any other ongoing monthly? I saw Microsoft subscriptions. Cancel all your BS subscriptions. You do not need them right now. You're not having fun. That costs money. If you guys want to go have a dinner, that's fine. She can pay for it. You're getting out of a death hole. Mm-hmm. So you do not spend money on have fun. You can have free fun, or someone else can pay for it. Is there anything else on a monthly basis that you have to take care of?
ATT, like internet and phone.
How much?
It's $150 a month combined.
And that reminds me, gas and electricity. How much on a monthly basis?
My gas has been kind of high. I just replaced a seal in my shower that was leaking hot water, so it was like constantly. So it was coming up to about $150, $200 a month for gas.
Electricity.
Electricity is about $100.
We'll call it $250 then.
And then there's there's gas. It's its own bill. Then OG&E, which is the electric, and then there's Dell City Utilities, and that's like $75.
We'll call it $300.
Okay.
Okay, so what you need to survive on a monthly basis in your budget is $303 to your car insurance, $63.99 for your security thing, your debt, which includes your mortgage, minimum monthly payments here, $2,100, then $300 for groceries, $100 for things for the household to keep it surviving, $200 for gas, $150 for phone and internet, $300 for utilities. Do we see an issue?
That's a big issue.
Because guess what? It's actually higher than this to survive right now because of your truck. This is with getting rid of your truck. For right now, minimum to survive, $3,517 on a monthly basis from the $3,832. Right now, you've been subsidized from your parents. That's no longer going to be happening. Coming pretty soon. I want you to get into the cannabis industry, but right now, what you need to do is you need, in order to survive, to bring in an extra $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 on a monthly basis starting today. Is there anything from the past trauma and everything that is preventing you from working?
Somewhat. I don't like to verbalize it because it's like I don't want it.
What do you think you could not do though? Or industries, or what industries do you think you could do, or positions? Because I want to respect it. I truly believe mental health is top level important. So, okay, let me throw out a couple and tell me if you think you could do it. You think you could drive Uber Eats around? Ah, crap. Well, you're going to be in your motorcycle.
Yeah. Well, I did DoorDash before I had the truck.
Okay. Do you think you could drive a semi again?
Yeah, I could. I have to get my CDL again, but
how much does that cost? How long does it take?
It depends. I don't know what I would have to do to get it back because I've already gone through everything. But
look into it because you have experience, and I know that's an industry that's still very much in demand for getting workers. And I think you need to bring in an extra couple $1,000. What do you think you could bring in extra on a monthly basis from that?
It all depends. But the last job I had, I was making $19 an hour, and I was guaranteed 40 hours a week and overtime if I wanted to.
What do you think you could do, though? An extra $2,000 a month, an extra $3,000 a month hitting your bank account?
From just trucking alone, at least $2,500 to $3,000 a month.
We'll call it $3,000 because what you're going to need to do, really don't have any wiggle room here. This extra $3,000, month number one, you pay off Navy Federal. And then the month after that,
The Discover and Navy Fed are the two highest ones.
Yeah, we have the small Navy Federal.
Mm-hmm.
So you attack that one. You're going to do the baby steps because it makes sense from your situation.
Okay.
So you go smallest to largest of this debt, which now the truck is not included, but $15,000 is because you had to borrow $15,000 to pay it off, right?
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, you'll have like $38,671. And if all that extra $3,000 goes to it, it'll take a full year plus a month. But that's without having any paid for fun, doing anything. This is if you work your butt off. And this is only if you do that thing. Just to show an example. If you don't bring in any extra income, this is going to take almost like the rest of your life because you have nothing extra. You have almost no wiggle room between survival and then paying things off more.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, this is how it lays out. And then you should still have some kind of emergency fund that would cover a large expense, maybe just $10,000, $15,000 set aside. And also, this is not including paying off your mortgage, to be clear.
Yeah.
And then we still want you to invest further because I have a feeling that, $3,500 a month right now, okay, that's fine, especially in a city that's a little cheaper like that. But you'll probably want more for retirement, I'm assuming. Maybe not.
But I think that's kind of like why I got into the debt I am in right now, because like I was really just spiraling. Like, what do I do with my life? Like, what am I already feel like I'm retired. Like that's
okay.
And so, technically, the amount of money that I'm getting is like if I had 400 to 600K invested, that's the dividend That's what I looked at, and I was like, then what do I do now? Like, what do I do with myself? And I was like, all right, a bike, a car, like
Fun
a
thing.
house,
Okay, little toys, yeah.
And as soon as I got my house, I was like, all right, what else do I, why do I need credit now? Because like I don't need what. So I kind of like in the back of my mind, halfway, just like didn't really care if I was in debt the rest of my life. But I don't want to be.
Gotcha.
I don't want to. I don't want to fall into that group. But like, it's almost like. I guess it's the mental health thing. It's like, what's the point? Let me just whatever.
Are you seeing a therapist?
Yeah.
Good.
It's all paid for through the VA.
Beautiful.
So
Love
yeah,
that.
I'm doing a sleep study too that they're paying for to make sure I sleep properly. So
I know that
they're helping me out big time.
Okay, well, goals that you should absolutely do. I think you should get that trucking job again. Maybe unless you can get in the cannabis like real quick and make this kind of money. But if not, step back for a year, pay this off. Step back for maybe a year and a half, build up an emergency fund and pay all this off. And then because all of a sudden your biggest expense here outside of your mortgage, your minimum monthly payments are cut down, all this bad debt is paid off, you'll probably want to maybe go another 6 months, get a cheaper car like $10,000. So maybe this is a full 2-year process. You have an emergency fund, all this bad debt is paid off, and you have a paid for $10,000 car. Then go into an industry you're absolutely passionate about, even if it's not bringing in a bunch of money.
Well, when I say I haven't started the cannabis industry yet, it's like it's a verbal agreement. Like we're friends with the guy, and he has a large scale farm that he said every day you work. Like that's why it's helpful for me because sometimes I just like can't get out of bed. Like I can't find like my mind is working against me.
Yeah.
But he said every day I work, it would be an 8-hour shift and I make $100
for the 8 hours.
Or I can pick an ounce of bud, whichever one I want.
Well, preferably the money, but
I would definitely pick in this situation. Yeah,
still not great. But $12.50 an hour.
If I work, 20 days, that's $2,000 a month. Or if I did every single day, that's kind of like my thought process.
I want you to do what you want to do. Either way, whatever gets you to bring in an extra $3,000 hitting your account after taxes on a monthly basis. That's what you need to do in order to get to paying off all the bad debt, having an emergency fund, and having a paid for $10,000 car in 2 years without having any paid for fund. So the more money, the better. But that's what it takes. Does that make sense? Yeah. I want you to tell me, knowing yourself, knowing what you want, knowing all the information in front of you, be realistic. What are you actually going to do when leaving here?
I'm getting out of that truck for sure. I love it. It's beautiful, but I can feel the stress from it. And I try to convince myself that it's, I can handle it, but like every little thing, like it's a constant reminder of a bad decision I made. I rushed into it. I wasn't even planning on getting it that day when I did. It's just as soon as same thing with the motorcycle, that they approved me, and I'm like, yes, cool, because I don't get approved for things that much. So as soon as and that's why I have all the credit cards, because they started giving me credit cards, and I was like, yep, cool, so that's really the biggest thing is the truck, because I have a lot of like fast food spending on there, but for the most part I'm trying to be more health conscious, so I go through spurts of fast food and then not eating out.
Okay. Or not eating out anymore.
Yeah.
And I would recommend chopping up the credit cards. Yeah, I really would.
Most of them aren't in my wallet, so.
Yeah, and you need to budget. That's another thing I didn't say. So, I mean, you can use the Fizz card that I recommend. It helps budget and helps build credit at the same time, debit card. So, I mean, that's cool. You can also, I try to provide resources where I can. If you don't know what you want to do and you want to get certified in something else, you can use Course Careers, but I think the trucking thing might be worth it right now. But this makes me, I'm very scared.
The trucking thing kind of, I'm only
for a couple years.
Resistance that's what I did in the military, and it like brings back.
Okay. So again, I said whatever you want to do that can bring in $3,000 after taxes. So it's just an example.
Yeah.
You can find your way, and getting certified can also help in different things. So, but I'm very nervous, and I hope you get out of this. So please keep us updated.
Oh, I will.
For Taylor, that debt is pretty much as bad as it gets. I mean, when it comes to that truck debt, that's as American as it gets. And trauma, unfortunately, can define a lot of life, but I'm happy he's getting the help he gets. I now hope that he helps himself get out of this debt situation that he has found himself in. He has a bright future if he is able to dig out of this hole, but for right now, Hammer Financial score 1 out of 10 because of all that bad debt and no emergency fund, and there is nothing saved for retirement. So 1 out of 10. Make sure to check out all the resources in the description below, and don't forget to follow my Instagram and Twitter. Thanks.